Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the one and only World Improv Network comedy show on Mile High Sports Radio. Take part in the show by giving your suggestions or questions to the cast for each show segment throughout the week, or live during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling in to Mile High Sports Radio studio line. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You're listening to Win World Local News.
Win World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smits. Breaking news into the Win World Local News Sports Desk from Win Sports reporter Betty Bronco, who's at the 2017 Nude Beach Yoga Championships in the Dominican Republic. How's the competition, Betty?
Well, I tell you what, I have seen just a few too many hoo-has. It's making me blush. It is making me blush. I'll tell you what, these people super flexible, super friendly, and just really want to just be one with the sand and the beach. So much so that there is sand in places I just don't even want to talk about. It's not prudent. Now, I do have a sweet little lady here waiting to talk and tell you all about her downward dog, which is appalling if you ask me. But here she is. This is Sharon. She doesn't have a last name. Sharon, tell us, what do you love about nude yoga?
Well, I like the yoga so nude because it makes me feel free.
That's wonderful, Sharon.
Like Jesus.
Oh, my. Well, I don't think Jesus had intended any of this, but it still is very fascinating.
I have Jesus in my purse.
Oh, well, we'll have to talk to Jesus later now, won't we? Now, this is what I'm talking about. I think the heat and the sand are getting to these people. Poor dear things, they don't even know how to breathe right. So anyways, it's going to hand it back to you because I have to roll around in the sand and get myself stretched out.
Well, thank you, Betty. That's excellent, and I hope you come back more limber than ever. Well, on to our next top story, which is brought to us by Win contributor Freddie from San Jose, Costa Rica. As 2016 turned its final page in the Book of Life, many are saying 2016 will be forever known as the year whatever great deals got this week will be much better next week. What does this profound statement even mean? And what better deals will life have for us during the 52 weeks of 2017? Well, to get all the predictions on this 2017 and what it has in store, let's go live to Win future correspondent Nostradamus, who's in Stonehenge, England, with his latest revelations. Nostradamus?
Yes, thank you, Potter. This is Nostradamus in Stonehenge, England. And what I want to say is whatever great deals you got this year, you will get a much better deal next year. And what I mean by that is that when birds fly to Stonehenge, they are lighter than when they leave. So what exactly that means is my friend Betty, who is my travel companion, we are not married, but she comes with me to interpret the meaning behind the better deal. So Betty, in 2017, which I was so fresh into 2017, I want you to tell me exactly what I meant when I meant what I said.
It's so interesting because when you speak, I don't hear words. I hear higher meaning. Higher purpose, a calling, if you will, a calling from my God, my friend, Nostradamus. We're not married, no. We exist on a higher plane than that.
Yes, Betty, we do. And the energies that you emit is matching my chime of energy from my fourth chakra.
Yes.
I know my fourth chakra is connected to your second chakra,
yes.
And we meet in the 3.5 chakra range to get every better deal that we do. And the funny thing is, as I just heard this morning, that Target is opening a new store in Stonehenge. What deals are we expecting, Betty?
We are expecting a few kitchen mops to be at $19.99 or less. You can get a non-breakable ironing board with a heat cover just for $20. Nothing really under $20 and nothing over $20. Target is targeting their prices.
I like how you tied the Target into it. And tell me about the laundry basket, the white laundry basket?
It's white, it's plastic, and I'd like to confirm that it is BPA free.
It is BPA free because I filled a bird bath in the bottom quarter-inch because there's no lacing down there, and it
You're
is so beautiful.
Wonderful.
I feel our chakras connecting right now.
I do too. Feels good.
We will be signing out from Stonehenge. I will meditate for the next 14 seconds, and Betty and I are going to grab some chai.
Yeah.
Back to you, Potter. I love you all.
Well, thank you, Nostradamus, for those great predictions on what the prices and everything 2017 has in store. On to our next breaking story, which is brought to us by Win contributor Gloria of Sister Bay, Wisconsin. Famed Saved by the Bell and Dancing with the Stars actress Leah Remini is placing her former Church of Scientology on blast in the hit TV series Scientology and the Aftermath. Miss Remini and other former Scientology higher-ups are asserting cult-like practices by the church, from alien spiritual infestations and IRS-like audits of the soul, to maybe the most shocking revelation of all. Beloved Starbucks is actually just a secret front for Scientology itself. Well, to grab the cans of truth and cleanse the thetan levels of the story, let's go live to Win TMZ reporter, Tanya TMZ, who's in Seattle, Washington, at Starbucks World Headquarters with the details. Tanya?
Thanks, Potter. I did just want to point out to you that back 2 years ago, I wanted to uncover the mysteries of Scientology, and I was brutally beaten by David Miscavige, which I'm actually pretty proud of because he doesn't just beat anyone. It's mostly people who irritate him and try to go against the church. Nonetheless, I was thwarted, and therefore I didn't get to tell my story, but I'm proud to say that while I was discovering some undercover information about coffee roasting at Starbucks, I happened upon an audit by two people, one person holding the cans and the other person auditing. I said, what's this all about? Well, that Starbucks employee looked me with this dead look in his face, and he said, I'm finding this person's soul. So I asked if he'd go on the record for me and talk to me a little bit about how Starbucks is now the cover for all Scientology practices. And he said he absolutely would, but he wanted to go under a different name. So instead of his real name, David, he's going to go under his fake name, Schmavid. Schmavid, tell us, what are you doing in Starbucks?
I am here to talk about coffee and latte and tea. Subliminally.
David, I'm sorry, Schmavid. Let's really get down to it. You're trying to practice Scientology right here in the back room of a Starbucks. Is that not true?
I'm here to talk about coffee and chai and tea. Subliminally by Jesus Coffee.
Schmavid, grab the cans of truth, and do the $800 an hour audit underneath the stall. My things are constipated.
Thank you so much. Now, I will sign us off by saying that Scientology has just launched a brand new book series all about Starbucks coffee brewing. It's available for $10,000, and if you're serious about Scientology, you'll buy these books.
Well, thank you, Tony TMZ, on that revelation and the insight. Well, now for a look at the global weather, let's check in with Yucca Hurricane, who's wearing a chicken head in Beijing, China, at the 2017 Year of the Rooster Parade. How's the weather and the chicken parade, Yucca?
Oh, Pate, it's so fun to be here. I have never worn a chicken head before. It feels so good, and I've got a little, chicken uvula, that's under my chin. It's going, it's so fun to talk like that. But I am talking to you now about the weather. I have myself a little panda friend that I met here in China. His name is Peter the panda, and he's so lovely. After we're done reporting the weather that is pretty kind of hot right now, so it's a little warm. I'm going to take my top off, but I'll leave the chicken head on. And when we go, my panda friend and I, we're going to go hunting for love. Love is what we're hunting for here because the weather is so beautiful around love. And my panda friend Peter has his mother and brother here, and with his sisters is hot. And Potter, I'm going to tell you that I have a heat rash. Goodbye.
Well, thank you, Yucca, for that excellent report on the weather and your panda friend. And thank you all for tuning in to Win World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smits. Stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the Wincast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break for a case that needs to be tackled during community court. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.